Republic of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, CON. Your Excellency, well...
Your Excellency, the First Lady of the Federal...
Your Excellency, in the leadership process of the National Assembly. But that is over now, but we still need you to please continue to support us, because we know that the committees will be inaugurated shortly and very, very soon. So we need you to continue to be with the women. We have tried to come, even before now, to come and congratulate you, but I don't know if this is too late. It's not too late to also congratulate you as well, that we want to congratulate you for the elections and everything. So we are here as a body of the National Assembly, female legislators, our senators, and all the House of Rep members are also here. So we have come to, continue to plead that you should not leave us as the First Lady of the Federation of the country. We have some of our women that are in court. They need our support. We are very, very, few in the National Assembly, and we cannot afford to lose anymore. So we want you to also try and see how you can help us to, mediate in this aspect to support our women, because to be in court is quite expensive, and we know what some of our women are facing. And we are also here to also, let you know that we are just a call away. Whatever special projects you have, whatever you need us to do with you to support this government, we are readily available to work with you, ma. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. All my colleagues in the National Assembly. And it's been home for me for 12 years. So I welcome all of you. I see Honorable Benila, old hand, and Honorable Khadija, old hands. So I'll start with that. And my dear, dear friend, I don't know why you are seated all the way down there. Honorable Mrs. Akume. Most of you here are people I know very well. I've not seen Senator Ireti Kinjibe for many, many years. But, I've known her for many, many years. It's so lovely to see all of you. And Her Excellency, good to meet you finally. And thank you for keeping the flag of women flying. And our very own in Lagos. Her Excellency, I'm calling them Her Excellency, even Mrs. Akume, but I will now tell you in the legislature, it doesn't count. You will all just find your feet. I want to welcome you all. I've been, really looking forward to it. I remember when Honorable Agbara was telling me, you all wanted to visit. Then I was a little bit very strong. We really campaigned hard. And I want to thank the members who really campaigned with us. Honorable Shadipe and Khadija, thank all of you. You had your own campaigns as well. But, I would say congratulations to everyone that you made it. We're all here. And we pray that God will keep all of you, because, the women are here. And I think you are the women who are really there for the masses, because they are the ones who brought you here. Without them, none of us will be here. And I don't think we should take it for granted. I'm so happy that you are all here. And then, just to advise you as a former lawmaker myself, because I spent good 12 years there, and I learned a thing or two, which I've always shared with Senator Adebule in the past. And I think most of the books I sent to you will be useful now. So, which I really kept for some of you who are new, because each time I used to have town hall meeting, and my town hall meeting is like every quarter, just to intimate my constituents on the activities here and what I really have for them. So I have two books that, I'll be sharing with you. This is the first one I did, which is just a stewardship report of all the town hall meetings and speeches. So you see that. And this one, the stewardship report, is for the 12 years, just in summary. It's small. I have another one for 8 years. But you know, that one I think I only have very few copies left. And I'm not ready to produce more. So, but you know, those will be in handy. And I think if we all have a manual, you know, despite I think politics, you know, is over, you know, work should start. So we all are from different parties, and you know, we should all support each other and work for this country. So when it comes to campaign, it's a different thing. Oh, Israel, back to your tent. We'll all go back to our tent, and then we'll, you know, start the, you know, process all over again, which is all right and healthy, as long as politics is healthy. But I really am so delighted that you are all here. And if you are talking about court case, my first time I went to court, even up to Supreme Court. Second time, almost the same thing. Third time, even I went with the other party. Even in my second time, it was people from my own party. So, and what I can tell you is that when you are in a position of power, the men don't see gender. So it's like you are just equal, looking for the same thing. So there's no about being gender sensitive, they have to give this to you. And you know, the joy there is that you made it. You made it, how do you now sustain it? And for men, men will be men. And I've always believed that women don't have to become men because we want to stay or have what they have. God created us to be women. We shouldn't lose our femininity. And that's what we should use to get what we want. And those of us who are married, we know how to get things from our husbands. And if not, we have brothers, we have sons, whatever the case may be. So it's just the way, how do you deal with your brother? Men have the ego to be the leader. So I've seen colleagues of mine, you know, I see how they get by. And they got by real good, you know, honoring them to get what they want. So this is just between us. You get what you want, and you are there. But when you say you want to fight, a man will match you to fight. They match you, and they don't see gender. So there's no one who is going to be, you know, you are both either senators or you are honorable members, and you want the same thing. So how do we go about it? Even Honorable Shadipe that is there, I just kept quiet. She kept sending different things to me. And if people are not teachable, when we say do this, I hardly give advice. Honorable Adebule has known me for a long time, but the little I give, no matter how long it takes, you will still get back there. You know, I gave my advice and I just watched her. And since then, I used to call her. You know, she's there, and then I call her all the time. I just kept quiet. She'll text me, and I didn't say anything. But only once I called her, because then when she was even calling me, I was very strong. So there was no way I could even attend to, you know, all the, what would I, you know how we women will pester, you know, people when we want something. And, you know, she didn't know I'm a woman as well. So you have to, you know, she kept going, you know, she was just badging my, I said, you know, I didn't say anything. And then one day after she wrote a lot, and I took the phone, called her, and I told her what I wanted. And she didn't do it. She didn't do it. And then whatever that, you know, we'll talk later. You didn't. But, you know, she didn't know that no matter what you have done, the place, you know, I asked for the favor matters. And that is the most important, you know. And she didn't know how I got around that, you know, but I did. But she thought, oh, it's supposed to be different. Oh, that's this. But, you know, and because one, I am married to a politician, is a politician of, how do I describe my husband? You understand what I'm saying? So I've lived it, I've seen some. Not everything, but I've seen some. It's been a long time coming. And when I give that advice, you know, it's like not to push you down, but to really help. you know, and most of the time, and we know women, we especially most of us are not really too teachable. You can only teach a woman until maybe age 20. After 20, maybe above 50, they've seen it all, and then, okay, they can accept for a bit. But my advice is, what you can get is to be teachable. In life is to stay that way. You know, learn new things, try it, and you know, you'll be surprised. You know how it can go. You can't say you are all knowing. And I remember it was Mrs. Kuko, you called me up and told me, oh, somebody is having this thing. Immediately, I didn't even argue. I just did what she asked me to do. Despite the person was quite nasty to me, but still, I did it. And I showed it to her. I said, you see, you called me, you said I should do this. It's not, I'm older than her, but we have to be very teachable. Try new things, and you don't really know. So I'm so happy you are all here. And I miss all of you. I'll tell you that, because I'm trying to get used to executive, executive position. The independence that legislature has given, and politics itself, legislature in fact, you are just your own boss. You know, the people who put you there are your boss, and then when you get there, the leaders, you respect your leaders, and then every other thing is like, you are just you make your own decision. You know, whatever you feel is right for your constituents, that's what you pursue. And that's the independence you really enjoy. But in the executive, you know, you have to learn what is already, you know, established. So, and that's what I'm trying to learn all over again. And, you know, and I need all of you. So I'm just a phone call away. But now I think I want to change my line. Yes, because I've used it for 24 years. It's been since my husband was governor. And then they published a number, and it's everywhere. So you have extra calls coming in. And I'm the type, I want to be polite and answer everyone, and it's taking the strain out of me. So I thank you so much for today. And then I wish you, those of you in court, you know, I pray that, you know, you all win your cases. And, you know, God will bless all of you, bless our country. And it's good, really good to see just 3 of you. Isn't that, you know, I'm even happy I was counting, because most of my colleagues didn't make it back. I was really counting. So when I heard that you are 3, I said, well, we thank God. I pray that we are more than that in the future. But just make sure that you keep being faithful to your constituents. Carry them along as much as you can. You know, keep doing good. That's why you are here. You know, and God bless you. And God bless our dear country, Nigeria. Thank you so much.